London Hours.
You're locked into London Hours on Radio King Online. I go by the name of Maxsta, East London in the building. Stay locked.
Yeah, I'm done playing these games, I want cash. Been spraying the flames, I got tracks. If you're saying I hate, you got gas. Got something to lay, I'm on that. Face it, if it's lame, it's not Max. If you're saying I'm fake, you got gas. If you're saying I'm fake, you got gas.
Alright, man, so we got Maxsta up in the building.
Yeah. Wagwan, man, them. What's popping in the studio?
What's going on, cuzzo? You good?
We're just chilling, man. I'm definitely good, man.
That's good, man. That's good. Now, we're going to get into a couple of questions, obviously, about the new Maxtape 2, but I've always wanted to ask you this, yeah? Obviously, when you dropped East London is Back, a lot of people don't know this, but obviously, you're from South, though. Like, you're born and raised up in South, you know what I'm saying? So where did the idea for East London is Back come from?
I think I was just a cat, man. You get me? Like obviously, when I used to live in Peckham in that year, I used to go flipping school in Bermondsey, what was it called? Bacon's College, all that year. But I think I moved out when I was like 12, yeah. But you know, them times as well in South, all the people that I used to chill with, they was listening to like R.I.P, YO, whatever, that whole clash.
Like
that was,
like
that
sort of stuff,
like Dan Diggers, Elms, all that, But even from them times, I was like locked into what was going on over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't ever think I'd be a part of it. Yeah. But weirdly enough, the people that I chilled with, they didn't really care about Rough Squad, Roll Deep, you get me? But I think I was always like onto that. So when I moved to East, I just started catting basically.
Oh, okay.
I moved there when I was 13. So it's like, I was born in Lewisham. I went and I lived in Peckham. I went Oliver Goldsmith Primary School and all that, but like,
you're
man.
From the bits then, like, you know what I'm saying? You're actually from South East, from the bits, you know what I'm saying? So no, to be fair, that's kind of good though. But then, obviously, that strategy actually works because, you know, you've got Danny Weed on the on the Maxtape. Wiley doing stuff, and you had, so how did that all come together though? Like, how did you get Danny Weed to, because Danny Weed don't even produce, so how did you get that, like?
You know what, just by networking, when I got to East and stuff, just by literally networking, I remember it was like Danny Weed had this tune called Activity, and then Kano and all that was doing versions of it at the time, he had a brethren that was trying to like show me love at the time, and I was like, right, do you reckon you can get that beat? But then he was like, Danny wants you to go to the studio and vocal it with him. Oh, okay. So I went there and did that, and from there he was like, you know what, Max, like, like I rate the thing kind of thing. And then from there, I was just always around the whole of Roll Deep and all of that stuff, really, Yeah,
man. Like, honestly, when the Maxtape dropped, like there was so much hype around you and all that sort of stuff, man. So now, coming on a couple years now to today, Maxtape 1.5.
Yeah.
Why another Maxtape? Like,
you know what it is, when I was young and that, I kind of plotted it like, you know how Jay-Z's got the blueprint kind of thing?
Cool.
Like 1, 2, and 3, but I feel like what's good about them is they showcase him at different stages of his career. Like, it's really, whatever's going on at that time, he's really documenting kind of thing. So when you look back as a fan, someone who's a fan of me, like when I do the third one, might not even know what I'm doing right now. Yeah. But then I would hope that they look back on that one, because obviously I'll do other stuff, but I always thought for this series there's definitely going to be like a 1, 2, and 3. I didn't even know there was going to be a 1.5.
Yeah, I was wondering that, because you just said there was going to be like a third one. So why the 1.5 then, like?
It's one of them ones where I felt like with the Maxtape, it was all about them times I was 17. Now I'm 22. So when I was 17, it was like I just wanted to document everything that's going on in my head at the time. Okay. And then obviously recently I felt like I got to that stage where I wanted to document everything that's in my head right now. But I don't necessarily think this is going to be the Maxtape 2 or da-da-da. I just want to give like a little soundbite, car. It's really not the Maxtape, it's the Maxtape 1.5. It literally is like a little soundbite. I'm trying to just set a little level for the start of the year, so I know that I can raise it.
To get the buzz.
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
So obviously you briefly sort of touched on the sound of it then, like, but for those who want to know what the Maxtape is and pre-order it right now while we're on air, man. Yeah. What would you say the sound of the Maxtape 1.5 is going to sound like, you know what I mean?
You know what, the Maxtape 1.5 is sounding really like up to date and modern, like and in terms of what I'm talking about and the beats and the air, like the subjects that I touched and the different, because I couldn't say it has a one sound. Yeah. Because every tune sounds different and all of that, but...
Did you work with a lot of artists on it? Like,
yeah, do you know what? I worked with a lot of artists, but at the same time, I kind of felt to myself, if I run Kano to do a verse for me, he's going to do it. But those aren't the kind of people that I'm trying to work with on this one. I'm trying to be like, like natural resources. Like I'm trying to make it as much what I can do on my own as possible, and with just the people that I know from my area. Even at that, there's obviously I got Nye on there, and like Dot Rotten's on one tune and stuff like that. So I reached for a couple here and there.
But I'm guessing that we're gonna see like what Rascals. I know you roll with Rascals.
Yeah, Shizz is on there. Yeah, okay. Shizz is on there still. Yeah.
And anyone else or
Shizz is on there. Dot Rotten, Nye, Brotherhood.
Okay, cool.
A rapper from my area called Flows, Realz.
Yeah.
Villain. Who else is on there? Stelf, my boy Stelf.
Oh, okay, yeah, big up
naturally.
Stelf, yeah.
And yeah, man, just a couple people, man.
And what about like producers as well? Was it like the same formula?
Now you know what? Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same formula because I guess it's a different day in grime. You know what I'm saying? Like them times, it was Big Hate, Bless Beats.
Bless Beats was on there.
I don't think Maniac was on there, but even Maniac was about them times. You know what I'm saying? It was a different kind of time. So obviously, a lot of people ain't really that active. Even Danny and Target, obviously they produce, but they're going back in that place where you don't see them. You know what I'm saying?
You don't see them really anymore. All right, cool. Well, look, I want to run one more off the original Maxtape because I've had this for years and I never got a chance to play it.
Respect.
So I'm going to play one of my favorite joints off the Maxtape. This was Second Chance. This was produced by Swindle.
Yeah, man.
Bigging up Swindle as well over in Australia, I think, doing his thing, man.
Definitely. Big up Swindle, always keeping it moving, definitely.
So let's get into this one, man.
London Hours.
Yeah, so we just heard there was Second Chance of the Maxtape. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I have to give you ratings on the reason why I played that one, was because you aired a lot of people on that tune.
Yeah, man.
DVA, Rude Kid, a host of other people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the reason behind that? Were you just like pissed off? Or?
No, it wasn't even malicious. Like, it's just telling my story, innit?
Yeah.
Like, to them, it ain't part of their story, but it's part of mine. I got part.
Absolutely. Yo, Max, I was just saying, you're like the grime 50 Cent. Like the terrorist of music, just getting it in.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, I love that, man.
Respect,
You gotta get that in there.
No, definitely, man, definitely.
Terrorist.
Yeah.
So, it came out recently that you had like an order of like MCs that you rated, or top 5 influential MCs that in your career. I mean, let's actually go through it. You said it was, I think it was Kano, who else?
Wiley, Gets, Tinchy, someone else.
Was it in that order, or
it wasn't even in the order? It was just like how I thought of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because if it was in the order, Kano probably would have been first. Though.
Kano would have been first. But then, to be fair, like there are a lot of similarities I would draw with you and Wiley, because you like to say what's on your mind, especially when it comes to like clashing. Do you think like clashing is like fundamental in terms of like grime and for it to grow and just
not even in terms of growth, but just as like. It is what it is. It's like the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in America, if you're a rapper, you can still get called out on some rap record and have rap beef and da-da-da. So I think clashing is really when you take it back to the elements.
Yeah.
Like, because when you clash, it don't matter if you got number 1, number 5, 5 houses, 5 cribs car, you could get beat on the day. So, you know what I'm saying? There's something about that, about keeping your levels up. And that is really, I admire that. If someone can do that, I admire that.
You know, that you're certainly right about that, man. Clashing, you really have to put it all on the line. Now, talking about clashing, obviously, we've got to talk about Lord of the Mics.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to talk about Lord of the Mics. Now, first of all, we just need to get this line out of the way, first of all.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking me this. Did No Lay sit on Lil Nasty's face for that feature in it? Like, is that actually true?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Totally true, man. Totally true, man. That's totally true.
That's totally true, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why everyone was laughing, because they knew it was true, right?
Yeah, man. Squats and that.
Oh,
yeah. Look like a gymnast, squats and that.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that there's no love lost between you two, though.
Nah, we're easy like Sunday morning, man.
Oh, okay,
definitely.
Cool. No, that's cool. But that clash was close, though. Like, but did you certainly feel the heat? Because Lil Nasty was coming with a couple personal bars there, innit? Now,
yeah.
For those that bought the DVD, make sure you go ahead and catch that DVD. That's one of the best clashes on there by far, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But like, in terms of what Lil Nasty said, was that a bit? Was there a line that he crossed?
Yeah, definitely. But it's like on the day, so much stuff had happened. Like, it's crazy if you was to ever watch it without just the round ending. If you watched it all with everything that happened, it's just crazy, man. So at that point, when it got to that line, stuff had already kind of got out of hand in some ways.
Okay.
So cool. You know, it was nothing though. But as a man in a situation, I feel like What? So if someone randomly came up to me in the street and cussed either my mum or what, do I put myself on their level? Do I allow them to upset me because of just one thing that they said? Do I care about them that much?
Do you want to go into detail what Lil Nasty actually said though? Because not a lot of people really knew what he said. Like, so
yeah, do you know what? He said something like, I don't even want to say the lyric really, because I feel like I'm just bigging up his lyric. You get me? But basically, he said something about my brother that passed away, and obviously, it's like it takes a lot to be a man in that situation and hold the restraint when your body's kind of telling you to do things. You know what I'm saying?
I can certainly see that, man. It was definitely a deep and heated clash. But
yeah, but you know what I feel like here? I feel like I'll always win because I never had to go that low. You know what I'm saying? I never had to stoop that low. I never had to have an atom bomb about a dead person, someone's dead relative. You get me?
Yeah, no,
I hot the alive relatives.
Now, obviously, back in the day, on the Twitter, again, like, you've been in a lot of, like, squabbles with a lot of people on Twitter. I believe you went in on Dappy, like, a couple years back, innit? Do you know
what? Yeah, that was last year, but it wasn't even a thing like that, and I didn't think he was even going to care. I honestly didn't think he was going to care, my dog.
You got over 30,000 followers on the Twitter, man. How do you think that people are not going to care when you're sending for Dappy, like?
Because he's caked. Compared to me, he ain't got to worry about me.
Crazy. What do you say about Dappy anyway, just to remind them?
Something about sniffing something in the lobby.
Oh, wow.
I saw it in the news, you know what I'm saying? I was just passing on what was documented, you know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy, man. Look, we got Maxsta up in the building, man. We're having a little bit of fun. We're gonna get into one tune that was released, I think it was last year, GRIME.
Definitely, I like this tune. Definitely,
man. And we're gonna speak more about like what Max has been up to, and just gonna get into it. Let's get into this.
London.
So we still got Maxta in the building with us, man, and we're just talking about grime in general.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously the one that we just played was G.R.I.M.E. Now talking about grime, let's talk about grime today, man. What producers and what MCs are you feeling at the moment, or you wanted to work on like you didn't get a chance to collaborate on the Maxtape? Like?
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I think like when it comes to grime, heavy trackers right now, they're like
obviously they're doing it with German Weird.
Yeah, definitely. They're doing a thing with that tune, but they're looking at a lot of dubs for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and then also what else? Thomas Mellor, I was in the studio with him as well the other day. He did that Skepta Straight Up remix, all of that kind of stuff, and a lot of daps on the map tunes. But who else? I can't really think of a lot of the Swifta beater, all the ones that you know. But I'm probably looking to work with Swifta beater definitely. But
you get a chance to work with Preditah?
Yeah. Do you know what? Preditah is like, I feel like I need to call him in again, but I only want to call him when it's like
a proper
settings and we get a grime song, because even that one there, that grime one is like, it's a grime song, you know what I'm saying? It's got more to it than just the average grime tune. But in terms of MCs that I'm feeling, man, it's mad, but really it's like the same people as ever. Like, cause I don't think there's a lot of there is new people coming in, but I rate like a lot of the Birmingham people, like the JayKaes on that, and then I rate Realz, Shizz, Stelf. Yeah, man, just the people you see me around, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, cool. So, man, you got a question?
I got a question real quick. Bring it back to grime, obviously.
Yeah.
Which grime artist at the moment would you say is underrated? Who ain't getting the props that they deserve for doing their thing?
Them boys, Brotherhood. Brotherhood, they're definitely underrated still. Cause I feel like they came in at a bit of a late time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've known of them since like day one kind of thing. So I rate the thing and that. And I just feel like if they was here a bit earlier, like maybe even 5 years earlier, they would have had a lot more,
of course,
you get me, respect and that.
Of course. What about overrated? So that, you know.
Overrated MC. I don't know.
Fair enough. No, that's fair. That's a tough question. No one's been able to answer that one.
Find that one difficult.
Do you know what I'm saying? So look, I want to get into something new, obviously, from the Maxtape. So we're gonna get into Got Gas. This one has been lurking around, but that was definitely gonna be available. So make sure you go ahead and check it out on iTunes. This is at LDNHRS Got Gassed by Maxsta. Let's get into this. So that one there's Got Gassed. The Maxtape 1.5, definitely looking forward to that when it eventually does drop, which is going to be dropping on March the 30th. So make sure you can actually pre-order it now. or also you can wait till March and then get it then, but you can pre-order it just on the safe side, you know what I mean? So now talking about obviously the Maxtape 1.5, it's taking you a little while to actually release anything, and also you went you did really well with the tune I Wanna Go with Lil Nikki. So
yeah,
like talk to us about, because you were signed at that time.
Yeah.
So what's going on now in terms of obviously the release with this Maxtape, and then what happened in between that time, man?
Like obviously I was signed to Sony for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's like obviously the last single went to number 46, which maybe in Maxta's world that's like that's great, because I've never done that before.
Yeah, it's big.
But maybe in the big corporate world where you're sitting there in the same kind of settings as One Direction, and they're looking at number ones, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess these labels, they're not looking for progression, they're looking for bang bang results right now, you get me? So they dropped me in like November/December, and I feel like a lot of artists, when they get dropped, either they don't know how to bounce back or they feel like it's the end of the world. With me, I'm the kind of person where I recognize that for me to even be recognized by these corporate people who don't even really understand me like that, for them to say like, oh, we see something in this guy, when there's only like people that's been signed to Sony in our scene, there's only like me, Chip and Coke. You know what I'm saying? So it was a selected few, not saying I'm similar to them or they're similar to me, but just I had the opportunity, I appreciate it, and I know for a fact that like it's nothing to me. I'm not the kind of person where I feel like it's the end of the day or I know what I got to do to have another label back on me and but really I've been with them for 2 years and been in situations where it's like, we're not putting out the next single for 6 months, but you're not allowed to do nothing like contractually. So I'm just happy that I can wake up today and do whatever I like. When I was signed to Sony, it was like, even one time I remember, just on some banter stuff, I tweeted something like, Little Nicky's on the pill. Like, at Little Nicky says he's on the pill, yeah? He's on the pill right now, yeah? And then I got a phone call from my manager like, oh, yeah, Max, they're saying you can't tweet that. Don't suppress my inner being, dog.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I'm happy to be able to wake up and do anything that I like. Of course, it's comfy when you're signed to a label and you got the cabs taking you from A to B, but you go to F, G, Y, and Z before and all that. Like I was motion, but you get me. I'm easy. I'm ready to get back to like the product.
So obviously,
you know
like, I mean, I can safely assume that there's no relationship now that you have with Sony.
Nah, man, nah.
Because I mean, obviously, I noticed that they locked off a lot of stuff, like your people.
Yeah. They took off my videos and that, yeah. And when I saw that, because like genuinely speaking, I wasn't really like upset about getting dropped, because there was times in my deal where I didn't want to be in it just because of how they was treating me, but I'm not the type of artist to be tweeting and baiting the whole affairs that's going on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they took off my videos and stuff, but even back in the day, I remember it happened on Grime Daily. Like that's where all my videos were, like East London is back, on the low, all that type of stuff. They was all on Grime Daily, and I remember they got taken down, and I literally sat there like, raw, my whole entire history that I thought I was gonna show my youths and that is gone, you get me? But so yeah, what happened again, yeah, I'll write another page in history, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. In my history.
So obviously now, I'm assuming that you probably put out a lot, or there was a lot of tunes that you were working on obviously when you were signed. Were there any ones that you were working on previously that we may never get to hear? Like,
yeah, man, I've probably recorded in that whole period like 70 some
were there
songs.
Big songs that
there was a lot of songs where they was very big to me, but it wasn't big to the label or whatever. But it's weird, because I remember even I showed someone, and my manager at the time, I showed him on the low when he was just trying to talk to me, and he was like, I don't even feel that, like it's alright. And then I remember it struck a chord in my head, like if he don't feel that, he don't really know me like that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But obviously I did what I did, I took the path that I took, but literally, man, I'm just excited to like, right now I feel like, you know how I gotta be like that new artist with 100 followers. Yeah, that's the hunger that I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm shooting like 4 different things on Sunday, like, and I'm taking every week of some 9 to 5 stuff, man. Trust me, I'm literally gonna do what needs to be done.
And now we also know that you had a little situation as well with SBTV and with Jamal. Was that the same Sony thing as well? Or was that
you know what it is? Yeah, it's like I was signed to Jamal, and then basically it just didn't really, between him and Sony, it just didn't really work out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they didn't want to do the Jamal project, but they wanted to do the Maxsta project. So, you know, so we just did that, man. Obviously, between them, their business didn't work out. Nothing to do with me, like I'm easy with Jamal, you know what I'm saying? So.
No, that's definitely good. Now, obviously, back in the day when, of course, you were saying you were flying out and about, you went over to LA. What was recording in LA like?
You know what, yeah? Recording in LA was cool. It's gonna happen again. But it was sick, car. It was like the people that I was in with and just like their work ethic. They work like me. Like they don't go studio and just want to do one tune in the whole day. They're really at it. Like them people there, they do like 3 different sessions in a day on some really productive stuff. You get me? But it was just, I guess it was just good to be out there. The stuff that I did out there, I still feel like, yeah, it was mush and it weren't really like what I need to be doing. But I guess I value the experience and all that kind of stuff.
No, definitely. So we're gonna get into a tune with you, Realz and Villain. Rapid was on here actually last week.
Yeah, big up Rapid.
Yeah, definitely. He said that Villain was one of his favorite artists that are coming out right
definitely.
now.
Big up Villain.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna play that tune, and then we're gonna have you stick around for a little while because we've got a feature called Spin or Bin. Now, basically, the way it works is we play a new UK tune, and basically, people in the studio have an opinion of whether or not it's a spin or a bin. Ain't that right?
Absolutely. A couple careers have been crushed on this, by the way.
We've killed a lot.
What's going on? What is it?
We've got a feature called Spin or Bin. We're gonna explain it to you off air, innit? But in the meantime,
so who decides the spin or bin?
We in the studio, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, alright, cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that, right? We're gonna get into your tune, then we're gonna get into Spin or Bin straight after that.
Okay.
Exclusive one there. That one's the Mucky Wolf Pack with Realz and Villain, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a big tune. That's definitely a big tune. That's gonna be on the match. Do you know what I'm saying? So yes. How did that one come about anyway? Like, what is the vision behind the Mucky Wolf Pack?
The vision behind that was basically like back in the day, we all used to be me, Rascals. Who was it? Me, Rascals, Villain, Realz, whatever. We all used to be in the same crew, innit? And it was called the Mucky Wolf Pack. But there was like the older lot, and then there was like the younger lot called Mucky Cubs or whatever. And then that's what I started off in, kind of thing. And then I was in the olders and stuff. But yeah, it was literally just about, because I thought I wanted to kind of document a part of the journey that anyone might have missed. Like, yeah, I was in that crew with these man, but now we're all grown up and we're on our separate stuff. But remember that we all started in the same pot, kind of thing.
Okay, cool. So obviously, there's a lot of big mixtapes from the grime scene that is dropping. Obviously, we know R.I.P is going to be dropping his EP. You're dropping your stuff as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about you and R.I.P going head to head, man? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
what, like against each other?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I respect him too much, man, to do that, man. To even answer the question like that. Yeah, man.
That's crazy. But then, and also Lord of the Mics 6. We've been asking everyone about this.
Yeah.
Big H and P Money. Who do you think is gonna win? Like
P Money. But at the same time, yeah, it's like I'll say, don't underestimate Big H. But I think P Money would win. Like,
you think win? To be fair, like I've noticed this. A lot of people, and maybe this is because you're from South. A lot of people from North have said Big H, and a lot of people from South have said P Money. It's actually split London in half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, man. I think P's got that, man. I think P's got that in the bag on some like composure and just like the style that he's got. I think he's got that, man.
Yeah, no, he's got flow for days, man. So, so Max, thanks very much for joining us in the studio.
Definitely, man. I'm glad to be here, man.
Before you go though, man, we need to do the spin or bin, all right? So basically, the way it works, I think we'll speak to you off air about this, but the way it works is that we play a new UK tune, and then basically, people in the studio, we have our opinion, and then, you know what I'm saying, it's either a spin or a bin. We've crushed a lot of careers with it, you know what I'm saying?
If is the person whose tune it is locked in, car, I don't want to go outside and, you know what I'm saying?
No. But he will be able to hear it anyway, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into this one. This one's new J2K, Screw Your Life, featuring Jamie and Nicole Jackson. So let's get into this, man. Shout out Crep Protect as well. Let's get into this.
London.
Well, the one thing that's going to get a definite spin anyway on our LDNHRS will be the Maxtape when it does drop. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let everyone know the links and how to get in contact with you.
Man. Obviously, my Twitter is Maxsta, ITSMAXSTA. Same as my Instagram. Facebook is just Maxsta. And then the Maxtape 1.5 is out on the 30th of March. So if you're locked in right now and you support good music, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to say like support. If you support me as well, obviously. But first and foremost, if you support good music, then make sure you got that. You get me? So you can burn that, put that in a whip and rare tear.
Definitely.
You get me?
Definitely. And Stelf, like, where can people get in contact with you as well, on Twitter and all that sort of stuff? Because we're looking forward to your stuff as well. We played the dub with you and Maxsta as well. So yeah,
what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, catch me on Twitter, STELF_UK. I got some stuff coming out soon, man. You'll hear from me still.
Yeah, definitely follow that. But yo, Max, thanks very much for joining us in the studio.
Man, definitely, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank everyone that you get me, brought me down there.
Definitely. And next time you drop something, man, make sure you come and visit.
100,
you're from
man.
South, innit? So you like
something like that. Beneath it all, beneath the East London exterior.
Yeah. Believe all the East London exterior. You're from South, innit? So we'll treat you to some.
I'm from Southampton way, man.
Exactly, you know what I mean? So we know you like your Morleys. So let's get into this one, man. Yeah, we got some new English Frank popping up, so let's get into this one. 150 names, let's get into it.
London Hours.
You're locked into London Hours on Radio King Online. I go by the name of Maxsta. East London in the building. Stay locked.